What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in. Today I want to talk about how to get more done in less time. Now I can't think of anybody better than Seneca the Younger, the Roman Stoic philosopher who wrote the moral essay on the shortness of life, to cover this topic with you. First things first, if you don't know who Seneca is and if you haven't studied Stoicism, I highly recommend studying it. I highly recommend looking into it, and I highly recommend reading Seneca's moral essay. It's one of his most famous works and it's called On the Shortness of Life. And in that, he talks a lot about life, about time, and about our most valuable and non-renewable resource, which is our time. For anyone who wishes to live to their full potential and really make the most out of their lives and make the most out of every single day, this is a required read. You cannot skip it. So I highly recommend checking it out after this. You can get the audiobook on Audible. You can get the actual hardcover. You can get it in PDF or ebook format. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you get On the Shortness of Life and you read it just for your own knowledge and for your own benefit. I'll tell you a couple of the quotes from that moral essay that might intrigue you and that really stood out to me and that was a game changer and a paradigm shift for me. And the first one goes like this. Seneca says, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And that's super simple on a surface level to think about, but if you really think deeper into what he's saying, a lot of people complain about how life is short, time flies, all these different sayings that we have that are so commonplace nowadays. But this is from a long time ago, and what he's telling you is, it's not that life is short, there's a lot of time, but it's just that we waste a lot of it. We preoccupy ourselves with nonsense and things that don't really add to our lives and to the quality of the lifestyles that we're looking for. And we end up wasting so much time just doing those things and committing ourselves to certain things that we don't even want to do and doing jobs that we hate and spending time with people that we don't really enjoy, or all these things that we do to waste time. So it's not that life is short. There's plenty of time, there's plenty of life, at least for most of us who are lucky enough, but it's just that we waste a lot of it. Now, Seneca's recommendation for really making the most of your time is by studying philosophy, which I think in our terms in today's world would be self-development, reading books, working on yourself, working on this game that never ends of tapping into your own potential, of, like Jim Rohn used to say, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And Jim Rohn, as you may know now, was one of my first and most valuable mentors, and it's the same language, it's the same lesson that they're teaching you. Spend a lot of that time working on yourself in order to really make the most of your life and make the most of yourself. And secondly, Seneca suggests to spend time doing meaningful work and not spend time on business or work or stress that you're not enjoying, but spend time doing work that's actually meaningful to you and that resonates with you on a deeper level. Another very deep quote that he has in this moral essay that I really liked personally, and I'll paraphrase here because I don't have the exact quote in mind, is he says, "When it comes to guarding their money, men are often close-fisted and very rigid, but when it comes to guarding their time, they're extravagant and loose." And it's very true if you think about it. A lot of us are protective of our money and our finances and our monetary belongings and things that we think are the real valuable things in life. But when it comes to our time, literally the only thing that we can't get back, the one thing that we still haven't figured out how to reverse, we're loose with it, we're lenient with it, and we're willing to give it up with ease. And one final thing that Seneca says, and that's a true principle of Stoicism in itself, is you waste a lot of time thinking that you're going to live forever and you don't think about your own frailty and you act as if you're drawing from an endless supply of life or of time. That's just paraphrasing roughly what he said. And it's really powerful to think about. None of us really stop to think, my life is going to end at one point. The cool thing about life is we all come into this game knowing that is going to end. It's like starting a video game. Imagine you start a video game and you're a character in that video game and they tell you right from the get-go, this video game will end at what point. Now what happens after that, we don't know, but it will end at what point. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay reserved and pull back and let your fears and negative energy and emotions get the best of you? Or are you going to do the most that you can? Are you going to maximize this one life that you have, this opportunity that you're given, And are you going to win every single day, maximize every single day, and really live to your full potential? Like Seneca said, work on yourself and also do meaningful work. So let's relate this back to business. I don't want to get too deep into philosophy. We could talk for hours and hours and hours if you want to talk about Stoicism or philosophy and the intriguing questions of life. Let's go back to business and to practicality. I want to give you a strategy that has always worked for me. It's something that's practical, it's real, it's something that I apply on a day-to-day basis, and it really helps me maximize every single day. It helps me really do the most I can in a day, and it helps me realize that life is not really short, life is long, and we have plenty of time to get done all the things that we want to get done. And I'll tell you one thing, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to work with high-level mentors, names that all of you would recognize. I've met them in person, worked with them. I've been part of mentorship groups and programs, and all the way since I was 16 years old until today, I've invested money in myself. And one thing that I've heard across all the mentors that I've worked with, all the business programs, one of the only commonalities across all these different people and industries has been this one strategy. It's simple, but it's super effective. So the strategy is to book every single thing into your calendar. And I know it's simple. I know you might have heard it before, but it's to fill up your calendar from morning to night and not have any empty spaces in that calendar. If you have empty spaces in your calendar, chances are you're going to waste that time. Chances are that time is unaccounted for. And if you really want to maximize your life and your days and your business and your potential, you need to account for every single hour of the day, every single day of the week. And I mean, even if you're spending time with friends, even if you're just hanging out, put that time in your calendar. Mark off from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. hanging out, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. watching a movie. Write that down, put that into your calendar. Really commit to filling up your calendar hour by hour, day by day, and accounting for every single part of your lifestyle, of your current life. And you'll start to really see patterns, first of all. And second of all, you'll start to realize how much time you really have. So let's do a quick exercise together just for the sake of this, for you to understand how much time you really have at your disposal. You have 168 hours in a week. We all do. We all have the same 168 hours in a week. From the homeless guy to the billionaire, we all have the same 168 hours within the week. Now, let's say you even sleep 8 hours a night, 7 days a week. You get your full sleep. That would be 56 hours. So take that away from the 168. That leaves you with 112 hours that you're still working with. So even sleeping a full 8 hours a night all week long, that leaves you 112 hours to do meaningful work, to work on yourself, to maximize your life, your sales career, your business, to accomplish all the goals that you want to accomplish. So when it comes to time, back to Seneca's point, it's not that life is short. It's just that we waste a lot of it. And listen, this might be an unfortunate wake-up call for some of you, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's better to wake up now than to wake up when you're 90 years old and on your deathbed and realized how much time you really had and how many little things that didn't matter took up your focus and attention and time and what you really should have done. So I would really go and read some philosophy, read some Stoicism, read some of Seneca's work, and understand how much time you're actually working with and what the truly valuable things in life are and how you can maximize your own time and maximize your own life so that when you're looking back at the end of your life, there are no regrets. You don't feel like you've wasted your time and you can truly be happy and fulfilled and feel accomplished. So as a parting note, I have two things for you. One, take some inventory of your time. Understand how much time you're really working with and take account for all the hours that you're spending on things that don't really matter or don't really contribute to your goals or to your future. And secondly, make sure you read Seneca's work and really understand that life is not short, life is long, and you have a lot of time. It's just that we waste a lot of time doing things that don't really matter. All that being said, I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to book everything into your calendar and pack up your days and jam pack every single hour and accomplish everything that you want to accomplish and that's, on the table for you. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and I'd love to hear your wins in the comments below. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button so that you can get updated on all the content coming your way. I'm making a serious commitment to giving you guys a lot of value and a lot of good content from real life experience and compressing my decade plus of sales and business experience into days for you. So stay tuned, and I got a lot more coming your way. On that note, see you next time.